everyone and welcome to today's video where I'll be showing you this little makeup look, and it's just going to be sort of like a me chatting, updating sort of thing. I reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is really exciting, and I sort of wanted to post a video to acknowledge that and also acknowledge that I haven't been posting for a while and kind of just talk about some updates that are happening, like the fact that I'm moving away from the UK and back to New Zealand for a while. So you're talking through some of that. You'll see this look, some new makeup products I've been using. So yeah, so first I'm going to start off with my face stuff. So I'm trying to use up like all the little kind of like sample and tester things I have. So I'm going to start by putting on this moisturizer. Next to this Unseen sunscreen, which honestly like feels amazing on the skin. Like it's really sort of smoothing. It feels like almost like it benefits professional, but this is a sunscreen. So at the moment I'm having to do my makeup sort of out of a bag, just because I'm getting ready to move. So like my desk is gone, which I was previously filming at, so I'm just sitting on what passes for a couch and doing my makeup on that with everything sort of jumbled up. So it does take me a while kind of to get to things because I'm always rummaging for brushes and everything at the moment. I've actually been trying some different foundations out at the moment. So at the moment I'm using the Maybelline Superstay foundation. I was really loving my collection foundation, but I think it was giving me acne. Like I was finding like I had a lot more spots than usual. I didn't really know why, and I was like, oh, I've had this with a previous foundation a few months ago, so maybe I'll try swapping it out. And unfortunately my skin does seem to be getting better at not using that foundation, which I'm absolutely gutted about because it was £6, it was incredibly full coverage, it lasted the whole day, it was a really good colour for me, it was just perfect. This one's okay, but it's a bit more expensive, the colour isn't quite right. So yeah, I haven't done a video in a while, as you'll gather from my intro to this video. Things have been happening, so I haven't really had the time. So I moved to the UK in December of 2019, I survived 2020, and now I'm going to be moving back to New Zealand. Obviously this has been a super hard decision. Like, the UK is amazing, I had a really great job, but I've been furloughed for most of the year, so I haven't actually been able to do my job. I've just been, you know, we know it's been many months of sitting at home doing nothing and trying to fill in the time. Okay, actually I'm looking a bit white, so I might. So I found the first lockdown okay. That was however many months from March. And then, you know, I went back to work, did all of that stuff, and then we had a second lockdown in October, I think, or November. It's really hard to keep track. So we had the second lockdown and I did really badly in that one. So the first one, like I was pretty onto it with like exercising, keeping busy, projects and stuff, and I really lost all motivation in the second one. You know, I was working on my Animal Crossing skirt, which you might be able to see in there, for months and months, and like for that lockdown I just didn't touch it. I was just feeling miserable, I was feeling really homesick. So yeah, then me and my partner were kind of talking about potentially moving back to New Zealand, and I really didn't want to. I was just, it's not that I didn't want to, as I was super torn about it. So I'm just going to set this now. So yeah, I was super torn. We kind of talked about things and then made the decision to book some flights back to New Zealand that were a few months away and were fully sort of refundable and that sort of stuff. With New Zealand at the moment, you have to do mandatory isolation in a hotel there. So in order to book our flights, we had to book a space in MIQ. So I think we made the booking early to mid-November, and the soonest we could get was mid-February. So that's sort of how long we had to wait, and I was like, okay, that'll be enough time, we can see how things go. The second lockdown was ending and everyone was talking about how things will be completely normal by Easter, the vaccine is coming, like you won't need to leave the UK. They're like, cool, we'll get refundable everything so that if we choose to stay, that's no problem at all. And then December happens. I hadn't felt homesick for most of the time I was in the UK until that second lockdown, and then suddenly like I just missed the familiarity of everything, like my friends and family of course, but coming to a new country and settling and not really being able to settle properly, like not being able to like go out to the shops or kind of get to know the neighbourhood that well, it's kind of felt like very transient, like I haven't been like set here, like I haven't managed to put any roots down. So I wanted that feeling of familiarity again, and I was working and I was finding it really hard working. And then actually I'm just going to get started on the eyes. So I'm using the McGrath Celestial Divinity palette, which I love, and I really want to do some like multi-look palette things because I think this one is really amazing. So I will zoom in a bit and I'll keep chatting. So I'm just going in with this pink shadow on my finger to start with. I will take it on a brush as well. Anyway, as I was saying, things are up in the air. I also hope I'm in focus. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see, but I'm pretty sure I am. Then London got put into tier 4, which is just lockdown, essentially. And it was like, well, okay, I can't work, I'm stuck at home again, being miserable, our lease ends in February, we might as well just go back to New Zealand. Which turns out, like, when we started telling people that, they were a bit like, oh, but everything's going to be back to normal for Easter. And now clearly that's not the case, so I feel like this is the right decision. So I'm hoping to do more videos after I've moved, but as you can imagine, things have been a little bit hectic, so I've probably had time to make videos. I haven't had the energy or motivation or willpower or anything to make videos. But I reached 1,000 subscribers, hooray! It was very exciting and very surprising considering I hadn't uploaded for like a couple of months, so that also motivates me to want to do more videos. So I'm going to go in now with this purple shade over the top. I've really been loving kind of like this purpley pinky layering. I'm going to use some of the new glitter thing I got as well. Bit of the pink on the lower lashes. I'm actually going to take my finger and put the pink to the centre so that the glitter I'm going to put on has a coloured base under it. I love these shades. I think they're so like metallic and sparkly and just so cool. Okay, so I have a new glitter thing from Kaima Cosmetics. I followed them for months, and since I live in the UK and they're a UK based company, I was like, I'll just buy some. Like, I would rather pay like £3 for shipping here than pay like 20 when I go back to New Zealand. Start by putting some glue, some glitter glue on my eyes. I don't think I've worn this glitter with a coloured base before, so it'll be really interesting to see because it's like flakies. Like, you know how you get flakies in nail polish? It's like that, but for your eyes. Great, so I've got the glue on one eye. They sent this little, can't remember what they're called at the moment. Anyway, they're just little flakes. How amazing is that? I think you should be able to see them. I can see them somewhat in the viewfinder. They do kind of go everywhere, so you have to press them in a bit, but yeah, isn't that amazing? Like, and I brush them off my face. It's really unlike anything else. Like, it's not like a glitter because it's flakies. It's like if you used chunky glitter, but it was fine for your eye. So I'll see if I can get some. Might be too bright. So this is kind of what they look like. Isn't it so cool? When I got these, I actually did like a little hand swatch of them. And I was just looking at it all day. I just think anything glittery, sparkly, holographic. Ta-da! And now there's some glittery flakies floating everywhere around me. But it's so beautiful. Yeah, obviously I have a full product list down, but I'll put a link to this that I have because it's just, it's amazing. And it comes in tons of colours. I got Luminous, which is like pink, aqua, green reflex. Hopefully I'll be feeling more like doing videos and posting to Instagram again because I won't have anything to do, but also I probably won't be as stressed out. I'm also thinking of doing like moving to New Zealand, like a couple of videos about the process and stuff. I'm not sure if it'd be interesting. I know other people are doing that who are not makeup based channels essentially, but I don't know. If obviously it won't be helpful to like anyone watching this, but it might be kind of interesting like seeing the processes, like considering we have all this like managed isolation, like you can't just go back, because I can't go back for less than 3 months unless you want to pay $3,000, so that's another factor as to why I'm not just taking a holiday. Also, I might get bored in the hotel isolation and be able to do those videos because I'll just be in a room for 2 weeks. And I've just been in a room for the past several weeks and many months of last year. I also haven't recorded a video in so long that I don't know what to talk about. Like, I was like, oh, I can title this video like, Chatty, get ready with me, updates, 1,000 subscribers. But I'm just, what do I say to you? Especially because this isn't like an instructional like how necessarily to do a specific look or a vintage look or anything. Don't know what else I can tell you. My Animal Crossing skirt. I'm probably going to make a blog post about that at some point. I've taken a bunch of photos. If you haven't seen it on my Instagram, go onto my Instagram. Obviously I've played a lot of Animal Crossing this year. I think the last time I checked I was at like 500 hours. So that's been keeping me going, and then I decided to make a felt novelty, a flaky skirt of my favourite characters. I started that, probably started the Excel sheet for planning in March, and I've just finished it in January. So it's been a huge project. I see some people, like Miss Hero Holiday, she seems to pump out felt skirts like nobody's business, and she doesn't have a sewing machine, and it's taken me like a year to do one, so I might do another one at some point. I feel like it was a really fun project and like an interesting medium, but I need to speed it up. And speaking of games, at the moment I'm really into playing SimCity 4. A cool 18 years after it was released. We don't have a TV at the moment because it's on its way back to New Zealand. and the crappy one we sold on Facebook Marketplace. So I've got no TV, there's no PlayStation, I just have a laptop in my bedroom, and that's kind of all I have. The sewing machine's gone, so I've been trying to find different ways to fill in the time, but SimCity 4 is good. I always wanted to play one of the SimCity games. I just had the DS one when I was younger, and that was, like, it was okay. I only really had a DS as my console for years, so like, I played the Call of Duty DS games, I played the Zootycoon on the DS, and they're not quite the same as like the full console ones. I've been getting back into yoga, something I got into in the first lockdown because I discovered Doom Yoga, which is yoga to like doom metal, and like I'm very into that. Like I've always sort of enjoyed yoga, I always did a bit like when I went to the gym and stuff because it's good for my flexibility, and so that, you know, I don't get all but doing it to music you love makes such a difference. Like it's so much more enjoyable. I get like properly into it. Like meditation-y, like regular kind of music is okay, but I just think it's so cool. It's such a brilliant idea, and I loved finding that over here, like the perfect mix of things. So I've got a lot of shitty brown regrowth at the moment. So I've been doing black and green brows, but my green was a bit more vibrant, and also for the roots, but I will be redyeing my hair at some point in the next week probably, so I can be all ready to go back to New Zealand and sit in a hotel for 2 weeks and do nothing. Like, it does sound good, like I am excited to like not have to cook for myself and not do like washing or like cleaning up. I can just exist, but also filling in the days at the moment is incredibly hard, so I've got no idea what I'm gonna do there. Also, guess what, while we were doing it, big cleanups for moving, I found my magnetic snap eyelashes, which I'd lost for several months because I was tired one night and I put them on the edge of the couch and they disappeared, and I presume they got sucked up into the vacuum, but no, I found them and I washed them, so now I have my lashes back. It's time for some face things, some blush. It was kind of funny actually when I was back at work because I was wearing a mask all day, so I couldn't wear lipstick. Or I could, but like it wasn't worth it. Like my most budge-proof ones, they still kind of got on my mask, and like that's even more annoying to clean, so I just wasn't wearing lipstick. And it was also like I didn't know where to put my blush, so I usually started putting it like up here because the mask kind of covers there. I still wanted some like face, but I still did like all of my makeup here because occasionally I'd have to take it off. But yeah, I'll put lipstick on today. I've actually been using this eyeshadow as a highlight recently. It has a really nice like metallic-y sheen to it. It's probably a bit intense, but also honestly like some of my makeup's over in a different corner of my room, and this is all in a bag, so it's just easier to deal with. So I'm like, I don't really have access to that stuff at the moment. I do, but I'm just too lazy to. So I'm just sort of making do with this bag, and I'm gonna have to make like a tiny bag of makeup for on the plane, because obviously I'll be wearing makeup when I hop on the plane, and then I'll take it off and then I'll put it back on, because I don't like to travel with no makeup on because this is my face. So yeah, I hope you can kind of see that highlight. It's quite nice. It's not highlight, it's an eyeshadow, but you know. So my best friend, Miss Flossy Potts, actually bought me a full size of the Pat McGrath Elson lipstick for my birthday, which has been my favourite shade. I've had a mini of it that she brought me over, actually from the UK, for ages, and I use it so sparingly. But I have a full size one now, and it's gorgeous. Like that's red. I feel like maybe a darker red would have gone better with this look, but I love this lipstick. I think it's nice anyway, having two brights. They might look a bit... I forgot I took a nap in these the other day and I sort of bent outer lashes. So I'm gonna have to like reset them. I find with these sorts of... Am I in focus? I find with these sorts of lashes you can kind of reset them with water. So like if you just clean them with a little bit of water, you can also like straighten them out and re-curl them. Which is nice. I'm still kind of getting to grips with them again after not using them for ages. I'm glad I found them. I've been wanting to buy them again, but for some reason these ones are never on sale, and you also can't find them, like I could never find them at my Superdrug. They only had the magnetic liner ones, which I don't like. The 2-layer magnet ones I do like. I like the full size ones, I like the edge ones. They are the ones. Yeah, it's so easy, like done. I've got really straight, kind of crappy eyelashes, so I feel like they look too bald on the inside of my eye. So I'm just gonna try and do something with mascara and my little beauty mark. And there we have it, the finished look. So this is really just like an everyday look for me at the moment. Sometimes during the lockdowns I've been putting makeup on and that makes me feel really crappy, so I've been making an effort to put makeup on most days these days. And by most days I don't mean like 4 to 5 days out of the week, like I'm doing quite well. So I'm just going to zoom in, see if you can see this eye stuff. I'm not like sponsored or like endorsed or like affiliated or anything, I just think this glitter thing of Flakies is so good, like the word needs to be spread. My hair's looking a little bit dodgy because it needs a wash, but please just ignore it. Also, I don't have my mirror with the lights, so I'm sitting in front of a window, and I love that I'm not getting glasses reflection because obviously I'm always wearing glasses and I can't see anything when I'm like this. So it's nice to be able to like talk to you with my glasses on. It's nice to be able to see what's happening. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry it's not really anything. I don't know, I just wanted to post something and be like, we got 1,000 subscribers. I'm still alive. Things will happen and I'll do more videos again, but at the moment it's obviously a bit, well, you might get some moving videos, who knows. Do a little isolation video diary thing, could be funny. But I also might just sit around and eat in a hotel in New Zealand for 2 weeks, which will hopefully be nice because it'll be summer there. But I'm not a summer person, but I'm hoping that it'll be like, oh wow, New Zealand summer, I hope I'm somewhere by the sea because I miss the sea, because London has no ocean and it's weird not living by the ocean or like seeing it. So if you're not already, then please subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. It means a lot. All 1,000 odd of you. That is quite an exciting milestone, I think. I'm actually quite excited about it. I will be posting more videos. I promise I'm going to get more onto it. Things will be happening. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.